Hello, Steve at Steve89. Well, we've had a little bit of news on The Thing. There is talk from John Carpenter of actually doing a sequel. Now, about 2 years ago, there was talk of a remake because they had found the original version of Who Goes There, which was the book the movies were inspired by, but it was it's called Frozen Hell. It was like a long version that was edited down to make Who Goes There, which was the inspiration for the movies. And they're talking about basically filming that, which would be a part prequel and remake, because that story started earlier. And I haven't heard anything about that since I did a video about it. Everything was looking good, but I didn't hear anything about it. This was in 2020. But now John Carpenter is talking. People were asking him in an interview if there were any of his films he wanted to revisit. And he said The Thing was one of the ones he thought there was still something more to the story. And he actually said, we've been in discussion with it. So if he's in discussion with someone, he's just had success with Halloween and Halloween Kills. So, and they're doing Halloween Ends. He was a producer on that. He hasn't directed anything since 2010, but he's a name again. He's getting attention again. His film's making money and getting attention. So people are probably looking, saying, what else has John Carpenter got that we can make a sequel or a remake or something out of? So, but some people are having some problems with this because the original story ended with a non-ending where we never really found out where the alien was. We had two people left and neither one of them knew if they were the alien, and presumably they just froze to death and that was the end of the film, but we didn't see that. So do these guys get out alive? Do they freeze to death and their bodies are taken away and then the alien falls out like before? Or does one of them kill the other and survive until people come to rescue them or something? And a lot of people are like, we don't want that to be resolved. It would ruin that film to resolve the ending. I know it's been 40 years, 42 years since the film was released. We've had all that time to sort of, revel in the mystery of how the film really ends and who was the Thing or who the Thing was in at the end. But some people don't want to see that resolved. And will a sequel do that? Will it be a direct sequel that goes from that moment on or concludes that story? Or will it be something set 10, 20 years later? Because if they want to use the actors again, they've aged 20 years, so unless they're going to de-age them, they'd have to be sort of maybe 20 years later, people go back to that frozen camp and, find the bodies and find the Thing again. Maybe that's, or 40 years, maybe that's how they're going to do it. But who knows? I find it curious, I find it interesting, but again, it could just be talk. A lot of people talk about things they'd like to do, a lot of people talk about things that they'd like to make and, make a lot of promises and suggestions, but actually getting someone to actually pay for it and get it into production and be greenlit is a whole another thing. So I'm going to leave it in the wouldn't that be nice, interesting pile, along with the remake, which didn't happen. But John Carpenter's hot again because of Halloween Kills, so it could happen. And I'm not opposed to it, but they should leave that story alone and somehow continue it without actually answering. They just have to have the Thing show up again. They don't have to explain where it came from. We know it's in one of those guys. They don't have to explain how it escaped. Not in detail. They can still leave some mystery. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks and bye.